Hello. I bet you're wondering what's going on.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. How's everyone doing today in chat? I'm sorry, everybody. I wanted to do a little bit of a fake out and wanted to start off this leak stream with a leak of our own, of me. I'm the leak today. But yeah, welcome to Leak Stream Part 2. Today we're going to be going over the last remaining leaks that people submitted in the last week because people really liked the first one. I am joined by my co-host today, Steven the Snake. Steven, say hi.
Hi, everyone.
Steven's camera's not working, so he's a snake today. But yeah, Steven, I'm excited. I haven't looked yet again. I did not actually look at any of the leaks. I just decided that I would sit here and I would be like, let's wait for leaks to come in. I've seen some of the team names that submitted because I do have to check and make sure that they're actual teams and not like a random has come on and grabbed my leak stream by the throat and decided that I'm gonna submit random stuff instead. But yeah, we're gonna jump right in pretty quickly here. I'm gonna go ahead and start preparing the first leak. You look handsome today. Oh, thank you, Madeline. Thank you, Madeline25. Damn, I didn't expect to get complimented immediately on stream. You guys are so nice to me. I haven't even done anything.
Flattery is not.
Or are you talking to the snake?
Oh, is it the snake? I am very handsome.
It might be the snake. I'm feeling it might be the snake. I'll keep it real with you. That might be for Steven the Snake. Anywho.
All right.
We're here. The first leak loaded. Whenever we're ready to swap it over, let me know when they can see it, Steven, so I can start talking about it. Okay. Look at this stuff. This is a Tamu leak, by the way. Tamu's Hero. So Tamu's Hero is pretty famous or infamous, depending on who you ask. I know a couple times it's broken in some really unfortunate ways, but when it's working, it's really good. It's able to chow through bases really fast. Tamu has a lot of the earliest base breaks in 2022 and 2023, which I do know because I've finished the stats on those 2 years. And yeah, overall, very solidly designed robot. Let's take a little bit of a deeper look here. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit more. So first thing that I got, Steven, from this is bottom fed, it looks like.
Yes.
Right? Definitely bottom fed. Although I can't tell where the hopper is. Do you know where they would keep all the balls, man?
So I do know where they're keeping the balls, and it is in the chassis. I'm not gonna spoil it because
there's like a rotating. I see this little weird curved design here. The snake is cool. It is me. I'm the Pookie Bear. Get destroyed, Steven. Anyways. So yeah, this is the rotating section here. It goes up through here. I can tell this part goes up into here, and then it goes to the flywheels. But where is it storing the 42 MMs?
So I do have some knowledge of where they have stored it because I've talked to Ben, who is their hero lead. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe they're storing all their ammo like behind one of the armor panels. So it's like it's not the near side.
Oh, is it this thing right here?
No, it's not there because that's where all the electronics are. But it's in a similar spot, just behind one of the other panels.
So it's probably behind this panel here, or this panel there.
It might be right, and they're basically they have like a little like spot where they are going to like put. I'm guessing it's a 3D print or something, but basically a hopper that stores all the balls and feeds them into that that lower agitator.
Little thing. Yeah. So chat, in case it wasn't this little lower part right here, this little spiral pattern here. I think it's better if I just zoom in. You'll see there's a spiral pattern here. That's probably where they're pushing in the 42 MMs through this section here with the slip ring, and through there into this section here, which since it's not mirrored on this side, I have to assume, right? It goes through here and then into the hero. Yeah, I'm shocked they have enough capacity. I mean, obviously it's hard to tell the scale of this thing. It kind of looks really tiny to me just from this picture alone. But like, we don't have like a bunch of bananas next to it to tell how tall it is.
One interesting thing I would like to point out is, and I think we saw this in the last leak stream, the height of the turret relative to the chassis. And I think a lot of teams are going to pursue this design concept this year of having a hero that can kind of like peek over things, whether that's a barrier or maybe your own robot.
Yeah. No, I see that. I can see what you mean there. Cool. Good stuff. Thank you, Tamu. That was the only leak we received from Tamu, which is good. I like that. That was a solid hero peak. I know it was in the Robomaster channel already as well. They had just forgotten to submit to the first one, but I'm glad we got it now.
All right. Tamu leaks before GTA 6?
Tamu leaks, yeah, before GTA 6. That game is coming out soon. No, isn't it next year? I don't
Uh,
know, chat. I played GTA 5. I liked it. I haven't
Col-
kept up with the hype for GTA 6, though I am very excited. San Andreas is my personal favorite. Just
Colonel
to put that
John
out there.
110 with the over under of number of dead balls in the path.
I mean, it looks like it's pretty solid actuation. I would be shocked if there's a ton of dead balls in that path. If you're not having a ton of balls to begin with, you probably won't have a ton of dead balls in the path.
Well,
All
what
right.
was the number of balls in the path for the R hit? For the
Our hit
Thornbots,
ball
the
count was like
giraffe hero?
15. They
15.
had like 15 in there.
I'm gonna say
All right.
under 15 is my guess.
Under 15? I could go with under 15. All right. This we have some code examples from Fang Robotics. One of our newer teams. They're from ACC, Austin Community College. Super excited to have them. I'm seeing Minecraft. This better not get me banned off of Twitch because I'm showing Minecraft assets.
Let's see.
Okay, and then I'm seeing Demon Slayer Wikipedia. Great. This might be some interesting. There's some interesting leaks in here. I'm feeling. Let's start
I
with
don't
the
know where
Among
to
Us leak
begin.
here. Well, starting off, cringe unnecessary pointer, and it looks like they just removed this initialized driver's pointer and replaced it with a reference instead. Which, great, good job, I guess. Congratulations. I don't have a lot to say about this. This isn't really telling much about the functionality of your robot, but it is good. I guess like it's nice to have code practices.
So aren't you a software engineer?
I am a software engineer, but I'm not here to debate code quality. That's not what I'm here for. So I'm gonna just hit that X button there and move on from that one, so as to not cause arguments at all. Next, we have a Git branch. Okay, let's read some of these. Maybe it'll tell us something special. Make member functions mockable and add mockable destructor. Okay, remove clutter. Gearbox repeat ultra MK2.
What?
What? What is happening here? Remove accidentally mock clutter. Merge dev basic turret. They have some turret code.
Okay.
Flywheel system. They have some flywheel system code. Wow, they're really branching it off. So there's like 4 branches here. So this is the basic turret code that gets merged into the flywheel code. And the flywheel system gets merged into basic turret again, back into dev. Interesting. Repeat Ultra Mark II is the name of their drive motors. Ah, thank you. Thank you. So these are drive motors. Interesting. Initialize interface, add expression for the class intention, add configuration class.
Very cool. Very cool stuff from Fang Robotics. You know, it's really cool to see these younger teams, these newer teams making progress, so much progress, I should clarify, in their first year. Compared to like, say, 2021, where it was like we had a plethora of robots that were just not working at all. So to see this much progress from a new team, great stuff.
Yeah. I will say I'm gonna make one code comment here. I love the commitizin / like clean commits. I don't know exactly what the phrasing is called. This nice commit style where you like fix and then the scope here. I really enjoy that. That kind of code style is something I employ at my job because I think it's nice to be able to track. My only thing is you say that like change set desired RM speed, set target rim speed, right? I feel like commits should be a little more descriptive of what they're doing. Maybe you did this intentionally because you knew you were going to leak this to me. And then I was going to read it and go like, oh, I could discern functionality through this. But I would say your commit should be a little bit more why and not what. Because if I want to see the what, I'll just read the code. Moving forward. All right, we have a class here, Fang Robotics MCB Infantry HPP. So this is their infantry control class with their chassis system here. Great. Control class, chassis system, field mechanism command, chassis config. Clean class. It's got a nice little class. The first Fang is Pierce. The first robot in Fang Robotics established 2025. Good stuff. Good stuff. Could probably throw this into like a license header instead with like the established 2025 section. But you know, who am I to judge? Okay, we have some post-comp plans. So we're not leaking just for 2025. We're also leaking for 2026. I like the Project Cypher wheels redacted, by the way. That tells me that it's probably a 2025 thing that we're not allowed to tell. Sure, fine with me. Post-comp, you want to train your next-gen coders. Repackage Taproot wrapper drivers. Taproot wrappers with dimensional analysis. Okay, so you added a units library. Not meant to replace Taproot, offers a compromised product dimensional analysis while maintaining Taproot backwards API compatibility, motor wrappers with built-in PID, potential reintroduction of Rail. I mean, if you guys have like changed things in Taproot, I'm not a UW member, so I can't speak for this for sure, but I do know that University of Washington it's open source. You can just contribute back to the project with the PR. You could fork it, make your changes here, like you've added the students library, you've added a bunch of like wrappings, etc. That might be easier to use. Just like push it back to main Taproot and see what they say. I'm sure University of Washington would not mind having extra help to run Taproot. They have been doing most of the committing and most of the actual changes to Taproot by themselves. I think like maybe 1 or 2 Tamu people have helped out, rather than consistently forking it over and over again. So we have all these different versions of like, here's a starting class for all your APIs to help like beginning teams the most. I think like contributing back is really important and making it more of a community project instead of just a University of Washington project. I digress. It's not important enough to be like, you're doing it wrong. I'm just saying like, if you've got all this cool stuff here, you know, like truly showcase it off. Put it back in the main project. Let's see what happens. Yeah, concept logo. Find a non-copyrighted carrot on a stick. Yeah, I think you're going to have some trouble with this one right here. Something tells me this one's not going to be allowed. Although I do love this carrot on a stick design and idea. That's pretty fun. That's a pretty good way of, like, if you were going to fork Taproot into its own thing, this is a pretty cute way of doing so.
Just replace it with the Taproot carrot.
Just keep the fishing rod exactly like this and replace it with a Taproot carrot. I still think that's like, you can become more creative with it. You can have this idea here and also become more creative. What is this logo? MinecraftMax.net. You guys didn't even get this off the wiki? Come on, man. It's easy. It's the PNG there. All right, here we go. Some more information. This is to this year's context, it seems like. So they have some drivers. They got some logic. They can move, translate, and rotate. Is that what this says here? You can move and you can rotate. Good
Full
stuff.
Movement. We love to see it.
Full movement. Canceled mock power management downscaler. Ooh, interesting. So you're not going to change with levels, which isn't as important for 1v1. So I'm not gonna deck you for that too much. DJI PID update wrappers, great. You've got some sort of wrappers for position, some flywheel stuff. You're next going to work on pitch and yaw. Okay, cool. In order to keep the turret stable, speed gets fed into base compensation. Shuriken, constant counterclockwise speed. Great. Power management chassis. Single power. Okay, so you have a lot of stuff here still to do, is what I'm reading.
This is
all
very
this stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is very ambitious for a first-year team, and I love it.
Ambitious for a first-year team, and also, given it's June 8th, I worry for you guys a little bit. I hope that you have the time and the manpower to do this. I believe it's all very like doable in the timeline you're giving, but you know, make sure that you prioritize like this pitch angle yaw. I guess it is already in prioritization like method. Like pitch and yaw is important. I'm assuming you can already fire because it sounds like this lets you fire here. But if you can't fire yet, I would say being able to move your gimbal and fire is more important than like Beyblading, right? But then Beyblading would be next. And then you'd want to worry about all your compensator stuff. Then you want to worry about tuning. Power management is definitely very important as well. I would definitely put that up there. Like there's some things here that I'm like, ooh, scary. Scary stuff to have to get done in 2 weeks and test as well, because testing is very important. Okay, here we have just the Demon Slayer Wikipedia. I'm assuming this is because, yeah, first Fang is Pierce. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. This is beast breathing. For any one of you Demon Slayer fans who have actually watched it, I haven't watched it in years. I watched season 1 and it just wasn't for me. So this does not mean anything to me specifically. Steven, do you have more context on the Demon Slayer things here?
You know, it's been a while since I watched the Demon Slayer, so probably not. And I don't want to like butcher it and get like a ton of fans coming after me in the comments saying, "No, you got that wrong."
Robomaster NA stream where we just fight off Demon Slayer fans because they're all angry at us for getting information wrong.
I would do a Robomaster anime watching stream though.
I would be down to watch some anime on stream. Doesn't that like violate some Twitch law though? Some Twitch terms of service? I would assume so. But anyways. Ooh, and now we have a graph. Look at this graph, dude. It's like the Nickelback meme. You know the meme I'm talking about? People in chat know that one. The Nickelback, look at this graph.
I think you just revealed your age, Schwar, with that comment.
Is that old or young? I'm sure that's young. They're called conventional commits. Thank you, Raven, in chat. That is what it is called. Conventional commits. That's what it is. But yeah, we got some phi equals 1 here. C equals 0.7. K equals 0.5. I'm sensing this is some amount of tuning. Probably part of that chassis compensator like item we saw.
Oh, right.
I think that's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. I would assume so. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff, Fang. Thank you guys so much for sharing all of that. I know we have some more from you. So we'll come to the next side because I think there's still some more Fang stuff. Maybe this is some videos of things working, which would be great.
I would say
here we
Fang
go.
has been one of the most active teams, like not just among like new teams or existing teams, just active teams, period, in our community.
Oh yeah,
which I'm so happy to see.
Constantly messaging in the Discord. I think that's awesome. I really wish that we could get you guys to go work on the forums as well at some point. I would love some people to pick up ownership of the forums. I would do it, but I'm also posting every day and doing these streams and such. And so I can only have so much time in a day to do things. If anyone in chat wants to start taking
full all-nighters every day, all week.
I can't do it every day, man. I've already done it too many times. All right. Okay, so we got some videos from Fang next. Here's some videos they've given us as well. Oh,
Okay.
that is a moving chassis.
It is
Let's
moving.
go.
That is really cool to see.
Amazing. Good stuff, guys. Actual mechanism movement. It is harder than you think. Great
I
for
will
a
say
first team.
that motor looks a little
Loose.
in that mount. Yeah. So hopefully, it just needs some tightening down there. I would hate for it to be like a manufacturing defect.
Yeah. It's probably just some tightening required. All right, next up. Oh, it's on the ground. Let's go. Look at that.
It is moving. It is drifting.
It's moving pretty decently too. Like not a lot of like quick motions, not a lot of like, it's got some good ramp up to it. I like this. Good solid movement.
It's also on probably like a concrete that looks like a concrete, floor. Mm-hmm. Those things are slick. Yeah. You can't get a lot of traction. And the mats at RMNA, exactly. You get a lot more traction with those. So you do have a bit quicker response.
Absolutely. Good stuff. See, this is a good leak. I get to see it actually moving. That's what makes a good leak to me. Love your guys' coding principles and such. Love the plans. This is better. Videos are good. Show me like moving stuff. I only have so much attention span, right? I am Gen Z after all. So me personally, sometimes just not looking at it the way I should be. All right, next we got. Oh, is this turret stuff? Turret controls?
We're gonna show pitch. It looks like pitch control.
That was pitch control. It looked like. Interesting. Although it's interesting that it's not connected up. So it'll connect up at the top here, and it'll pitch with this. So this is like the actual pitch motor is down here. Cool.
Yeah, I'm confused. Wait, is that like? Because that bracket is. Hold on. Let's see.
Well, my assumption is this bracket here.
It's probably a link.
Yeah, I think it's a link. Exactly.
A linkage. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. I think it's a linkage. It's half of a linkage. Let's see if we see a finished product here. Whoa. What the heck? It's following the IMU exactly.
That's really good.
No, at the very end, starts to lose it a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of drift at the end there, but this is cool. You're actually controlling this by just moving the MCB, right? No way. Like, it's doable. It's just crazy to me.
It's really good.
Cool stuff. Good work, guys. See, that's a good leak. Now I'm like, ooh, I get the functionality. And I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh, that's a good leak. That's a good leak.
Very nicely done.
Last thing, 2 screenshots. I have been told these are redacted project hints from the roadmap. So this is some of the graph stuff we've seen. There's now an n equals 20 here. And the graph has changed. Interesting. We see a bit of an equation down here. I see 1 squared term or cube term, maybe. It's definitely some sort of arch number at the top. Great. I have no more comments on this, but cool. I'm glad you guys are doing math. That's cool. Math is important. Do the math. All right, this one here, we've got a whole album from UCSD and UCSB. We're not going to go through everything, but UCSD and UCSB did a scrim together. And so they have, oh my God, look at how clean this robot is. Damn.
Okay.
This is UCSD's robot, I believe. This is their standard for this year. UCSD standard here. Very, very clean, very pretty.
I would like to point out that looks like the same or very similar hopper to what they had last year. The chassis looks a little bit different, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but they had no problems with their turret. It was mainly like, chassis issues.
The chassis
the fifth wheel.
So the problem with the chassis was they couldn't get over the bump usually, which this looks like this has suspension this time. I assume that's what ended up changing here. But yeah.
Very
and then
nice.
This is their Sentry, I would assume. Ooh, okay, double barrel. I'm not sure what's in the middle here. That's all netted up, but interesting. Cool. They got a hopper back there, and something has fallen into that hopper.
My guess is they're protecting some of their electronics, maybe a CAN cable. I know that back in
Yeah.
2022, the Texas Aimbot Hero had an issue where the CAN cable kept getting shot out, and they
Mhm.
would lose gimbal, not gimbal power, gimbal control.
No, it's fair. Very, very fair. All right, so that's the Sentry. We're looking at a close up of its barrels here. Looking at some of that, looks like double flywheel. Yeah, I don't think too crazy. Flywheels are on the top though, or so actually maybe it's a double flywheel top and bottom as opposed to left and right. Cool stuff. Cool stuff.
Does
Good
look like
stuff.
a
I do like that the Sentry
geared
barrels are also right next to each other.
does look like
What
a
was that, Steve?
geared pitch control, which is very interesting to see. I'm seeing like a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
teams using gears and linkages to control their pitch as opposed to like just the motor itself,
Hmm.
which is very interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. John is also bringing up the colors here. I do love the yellow. This is definitely entering in the competition for the Char Style Award, which I have purchased the award for. I'm not going to tell you guys yet what it is, but at competition, I'm going to review all the robots for style, for aesthetic, and I'm going to give that team an award of some kind. But yeah, you also get an
Exciting.
award for best leak, by the way, on this stream, which will also be announced at competition. That's something that we're going to do as well. I'm going to re-review them all of them. We hate 6020s in this house. So true, Honroy. We do hate 6020s in this house. All right, this is the Sentry. This is the standard barrel. We see we have the 117mm. We have this really interesting looking camera right above it, and then obviously the VTM at the very top. I'm not sure what camera that is. I can't really tell. It's not an Intel RealSense, to my understanding. This is not the design of an Intel RealSense. Those are more rectangular.
No, that looks like one of the cameras that are very popular in the Chinese community.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder how good that will be. I wonder if we'll be able to see it on a if they'll have some recording of that later whenever they do their CV and such. But yeah, here we have nice looking stuff here. Good stuff, good stuff. I can see their little plate down there has a little bit of a PCB down there for their controller as well.
Is
Cool.
UCSD, I have a question. Do y'all paint those plates yourself, or do you get them like anodized by your supplier?
These are clean photos. There's a timer back here.
That is,
Do you recognize this? What is this? Is this some sort of like
I do
I
not
can't
know what
tell
that
what
is.
this is. Interesting.
Very
I wonder if we'll see it in action and that'll make it a little bit easier to tell. Anyone in chat have any idea what this would be at the very back? This looks like a bomb, but I don't think it is. 2 wires in, timer at the bottom.
Can't be. No, there's no green wire. You're missing the. It can't be a bomb.
You're right. You're right. So true. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Is it a temperature module of some kind? Are they checking the temperature of their board?
Very
That's the only
interesting.
thing I can think about, like having there. Maybe current. You're doing a current reading here would be another thing.
Ooh,
And you're just outputting it on an LED, like on the back of the robot, so you have it a bit like so, like you can see it if you're testing and stuff. But yeah, I'm curious what's going on there. That's interesting.
that's tough.
Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Some more pictures of the standard. Oh, here we go. Here's the hero. That's what we're all here to see. It's very pixelated. It's
Once
loaded.
again, the tall turret.
Tall turrets. Yeah, we're past the days of the short ones to hit armor plates, which is kind of shocking to me. I would have suspected people would want shorter heroes so they could hit armor plates like right next to them. It's a bit like closer to the ground. That way, you have a lower center of gravity. You're less likely to tip with all the different bumps and moving up and down and such like that. But hey, I'm not against the tall turrets either. Maybe you just shoot over it and you never go on it anyways, right? There's no point in going on the ramp if you're at the very top anyways. But yeah, cool stuff. Cool stuff. Yeah, you can see there's suspension now on all of these. So I'm assuming that's the major upgrade of the chassis we're seeing. Otherwise, this looks pretty similar to last year's, except with some nice yellow parts instead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they're keeping up most of their designs from last year's because they were not bad designs by any means. Maybe some tweaking required,
No,
but it's good to iterate.
yeah.
Aha, and now we have some videos from Michael the Awesome.
All right.
All right.
So it looks like a
we got the
modified
hero and
1v1
the
arena.
Yeah, hero and standard coming up to fight each other. Yeah, I was told that they did not have VTM control.
Okay.
So you had to do this entirely by just looking with the controller. You did not have mouse and keyboard, could not use the VTM because they didn't have the server and client set up at this like skirmish that they did. But yeah, we're seeing some shots, seeing some auto aim maybe it looks like here. Yeah, that definitely is auto aim. The little tracking there, it's going left and right. Definitely some auto aim from UCSD. Cool stuff, cool stuff.
And it looks like that was toggled on because the robot was not auto aiming to begin the match.
Yep, you can see it toggle on. I think it's here. So yeah, here I think it'll toggle on when they see it.
Right there.
They toggle on right there. They're firing. They're firing. It stabilizes. It's going left and right, and they toggle it off right there as well. Toggling it off puts it back. Is it back where it originally started when they toggled it on? It seems like they toggled it on here. So yeah, it looks like it goes back to the original position as well. Interesting.
Very
Taller
cool.
turret equals less elevation, correction over distance, maybe. That could be true, Colonel. I agree, Colonel John. That might be true. All right, here we have a top-down view of that same match, I believe. Oh, no, different one. So yeah, we're seeing some more CV here from the standard. The hero is going to get involved, maybe? Is it going to start firing? Oh, it is firing. Oh, look at that. Did that hit? That did hit, it looks like. Look at the light bar. Light bar went a little bit lower.
We love a hero that can fire reliably.
Hero that's firing reliably. Cool. Need to get a tall robot group photo at RMNA. We should have a tallest hero award. No, I think RCT just wins that, right? With their giraffe hero. Maybe that's not
like to do.
I do agree with the tall robot group photo at RMNA though.
I'm gonna push it farther. Why can't we just get a full competition lineup photo? Like I think we did it in 2022.
Oh yeah.
Where we had everyone's robot turned on the field at one time. It was such a cool photo. I want to recreate it.
It was a very good photo. We'll have to do it at closing ceremony or something. Oh, look at that. The hero actually killed this standard here. Watch this again. Quick 20-second video. The hero actually gets a kill here. Standard's looking. It's like, what am I going to do? I'm so alone. This hero, is it doing CV tracking to get the shots off? 1. That looks like CV, right?
2.
Wow.
So 2 shots.
And maybe some hero CV. This is interesting, impressive stuff, UCSD. This goes to show, even when you have all the burden of hosting, you can still get some really cool stuff going on. Good work, guys. Good work.
And like you said, this was an iterative year, I would say. They took the design from last year, looked at what went wrong, and they improved it. Great job.
Absolutely. Great work. Very, very cool stuff. All right, I'm pulling up the next leak here. This one I'm very excited about. I had to reach out to this team directly because, well, you'll see soon. You'll see who it is soon.
Who is it?
And then also, well, we'll get there. We'll get there, Steven. I'm pulling it up. Chat, this team is one that's very, very cool. First year joining us, but not their first year competing by any means. This is Team Oedo Samurai. And pull up all their leaks over here.
I'm so excited to see this team, Shwar. It's no secret, I'm a fan of the Japanese teams. I went to Japan in January. I was trying to get to go meet them, actually, in person. Unfortunately, our schedules didn't line up, but I was in the same location as their as the team. So, very cool.
Breathing their air.
Very, very intelligent engineers, very kind individuals. I'm excited to see them. And like you said, this is not their first year competing. So, I think a lot of teams, might need to keep an eye out because just like Nuts in their first year, they came in, no one knew who they were, and they just wrecked the competition, going all the way to the finals their first year. So very excited to see what Oedo does. We'll go ahead and let me switch over for you. Yeah,
switching over to the leaked side. Out the gate, look at this, Steven.
Oh my gosh.
Balancing standard!
We got a balancing standard?
Balancing standard! Oh.
We got an engineer.
I'd love to see a balancing standard. We got an engineer on the left, balancing standard, hero in the back, normal standard on here, and then, or are these the 2 standards? And that's the sentry, you think, on this side? That's probably the sentry, actually, because these 2 are built with the exact same spec. I think that's the standard.
I think the one in the back is their standard, and the one in the foreground is their sentry.
Got it. Okay.
Because I'm the only reason I'm saying that is because it looks like the one in the foreground has a bit more space for extra sensors. So I'm thinking, maybe they plan to put some lidars or some extra vision monitors on there.
Makes sense. I think the 2 on the right are both standards. The one at the back middle is the sentry, and the one in the front is the balancing. That's my thought process here.
Can we zoom in on their hero really quick? I want to
Let's get it over to their hero.
Oedo Samurai, they had intended to go compete in RMUC in China, and so you can clearly see that with this hero design. It's very much intended to stand at that sniper point and just launch shots at the base or the outpost. So very specific designed hero. Is it a triple flywheel setup?
Yes, it is. There's one on the bottom, one on the right. I'd assume there's one on the left as well, which we'll probably see closer because I think we have a hero image next coming up. So moving on to the next image. Yeah, here is that hero image. You can definitely see that 3rd flywheel on the left now. Triple flywheel setup. not at the angles that we usually see them at, the like two at the bottom at a 45 and then one at the top, kind of like a full
It's a
90-90,
T.
and then yeah, it's a T shape instead. This is their hopper, I would assume, at the bottom here, all this like area. I see all their electronics at the very, very bottom. But this is definitely a bottom fed hero, so they're probably putting all their balls in this area. Those are going to come through here, into there. That scope up there, does that look like it has the ability to come up and down? Yeah, definitely, right? Look at that. They've got a scope, like a sniper scope, like we've seen with a lot of those other RMUC teams for their heroes. Cool stuff, cool stuff.
So
Everything's wired. Yeah, what's up, Steve?
I was gonna say, we might have some. Obviously, this is different from what the other heroes that we've seen. It's a very different design. It's very specifically targeted towards doing damage to the outpost in the base. However, I think this is still viable in the sense that you could those armor panels are so low, and we know what the field looks like. You could sit in your reload zone and have your scope zoom in to that center buff point and just kind of have like a sniper covering you from your own base.
Yeah. Absolutely, definitely one of the strategies I've been thinking about recently, especially with that RHIT giraffe hero. I've been thinking like, what if you just sat there and just fired off like with the hero? The hero is just sniping still. There's definitely a chance that that will still be working out here. I also like this isn't a square design; it's a rectangle design. I feel like that like NUS's robots also have that rectangular design, and I feel like something about the rectangular design just makes it like trickier to fire at without auto aim. Because it's like, your shot timing isn't always the exact same. Like really good auto aim still gets past it, but I feel like it tricks some people up. It trips it up. You can maybe hit some shots around, etc. I like this design. I like the more boxy rectangular design. All right, here we have the engineer. 2 cubes, 2 cube pickup, 3 cube pickup. What? I didn't even realize this one's up here. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. They could do all 3 at once is my assumption here for the silver cubes. Want to grab all of them at once. Cool. I'm assuming this one's also going to actuate more in order to do the gold cube pickup instead.
I was going to say, it looks like it has a wrist at least. It looks like it also has a couple of elbows in there. So
wrists, got some elbow joints. I'm curious to see a video of it. I think we have one later, so we won't spend too much time here, chat. But yeah, I also love the little pink little spacers, pink little belts at the bottom. Very, very cool. Very good stuff. Love attention to color. Color is so nice, guys. I know you're limited. I get it. I know you're limited in color. But please, any color you can throw on, make Char happy. Make Char very, very happy. All right, next up we got the balancing standard here.
Balancing standard.
Nice stuff. Leg actuated, good stuff. Has the little linkages here. I'm sure this can stand and possibly even jump. It's an RMUC design robot. They're supposed to get over a 0.2 0.2 meter height, which is the same height as the ramp jump. So I'm sure this one will be able to, and hopefully we see a video of it. Again, there's some of that pink in there, which I like. Yeah, clean, just well-designed standard. Double flywheel's pretty standard here. I'm not seeing a camera on it for CV, which is interesting.
I think it's behind that glass.
You think it's behind this glass? That would make sense to me. Yeah, it's probably in the back over here somewhere, chat.
Well, I think, I don't know if you can zoom in a little bit. It looks like I see a small, almost looks like a circle. No, never mind. I'm blind.
Yeah, because I can see that. That's the RoboMaster.
That looks like a
controller. Yeah, it's the flywheel controller there. But I don't see any other especially interesting factors here. Moving forward, we got, this has to be their standard, right? Look, there's another one over there.
I still think it's the Sentry.
Maybe it is, but they look the exact same. Anyways, the hopper here goes in. It's a gravity one, so top fed as opposed to bottom fed, which is usual for standards and sentries. You've got like the ability to just hold so much more at the top. It doesn't take as much weight. It's fine with you to do that. I'm assuming this is their computer module of some kind at this far right here. Not sure what it's computing, but would be interesting to see what's going on there as well. And then other interesting thing is it's Omni Drive, not Mechanism like we're used to. If we look at these bottom wheels here. Yeah,
that's
cool stuff. They're in that.
So beefy too.
Yeah, they're in the. I can never remember. Is this X Drive if it's like this, or is it if these are pointed inward? That's X Drive.
It's X Drive.
This is X Drive
with Omni wheels.
X Drive with Omni wheels. Amazing. Thank you, Steve. I can never remember. I apologize, chat. I'm not a mechanical person, so I'm trying to make some bold plays here with my observations. Anyways, look at these jackets.
The drip. We love it.
I want this drip for the operators, man. We have this kind of style, but I want like RoboMaster NA branded. Like, you have the RoboMaster logo there. You got the NA there. It would be so cool.
That
Getting a
is
name
so
behind
clean.
this here. This is so fire. I love this. This is very well done. Very, very well done. Very cool stuff.
And you know what I love too? They have the purple shirt underneath it.
Speaking of the purple shirt, nice. Good stuff. Good stuff.
This
Here's the whole Oedo Samurai team. I love their little banner here. Cool stuff.
I'm
This is
so
them at
excited to see this
RMC.
team, Shar.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is them at RMC last year, right?
Yes, it is.
Recognizing
Like,
the actual like, yeah. See Team China in the background. Seeing some other teams as well. Which team is that? Can you tell? Trying to see who this is in the top, in the back left, just for fun.
I can't see.
Yeah, I can't tell either. Chat, if you know who this team is in the back left, let us know. Let us know below. Let's do some geolocating here. Let's find out who that is. Anyways, yeah, here we've got them working on. Well, okay, so you think this is the other standard? So you
I think that's a
one of
standard
them is
because
a
it's
standard.
single
This is a
barrel.
standard.
And
Okay.
I have seen this robot before, and it has filled the standard rule for them.
Gotcha. Cool, cool. So a possible standard here in the right, we have looks like the broken. Okay, this is the balancing base without the turret. You can tell because these are the leg actuators right there.
Okay, yeah.
And then this is the engineer right there. All right, video time. What's in this video? Oh, we got some engineer doing stuff. No, this is standard. This is a hero shot. It is moving. It shoots ball. See what kind of. Let's see that shot again. Oh wait, look at this! Look at this! Look at this! The hero shot. It's not flywheel. It's piston actuated. Look at this.
Is it?
See that?
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Look at the left. Look at the left. Look at the left here, guys.
Well,
that's pushing the ball through to the flywheels.
So I'm wondering if the flywheels are just to provide spin.
Yeah, the flywheels are providing spin and keeping it actually going, but this is the initial launching mechanism. I'm assuming it's getting loaded up to here, and to reduce the timing from when you press the button down to the shot actually getting fired, this here pushes the ball into place.
Right.
You can see it's almost instant from when they actually press the button. Well, let's see. So they press the button now. Yeah, it's instant fire. That's cool.
So for those of you who haven't piloted a hero robot before, there is a slight delay, like Shawar was mentioning, where you press the button, you click your mouse, and you're usually just controlling the agitator or your hopper agitator. So that's going through a whole chain, a kinetic chain, up through the ball path to finally the flywheels. And so you've got some dead time in there. So there's an art to it where you press and hold your left click for it's half a second, and you have to then let go. Otherwise, you do a double shot. And there have been teams that have killed their own heroes before because they accidentally hold down the mouse too long, and they fired 2 shots back to back or 3 shots, and it kills their hero because of overheat.
Yep. It's a dangerous game whenever you're loading up these shots like this, but this is very cool. I think this is a very good way of doing that timing. You know what? Would be really fun? Have you played TF2 before, Steven?
Yes.
I think this should work like the heavy. If I was going to make the control scheme for this, like the heavy, you hold the right button to initialize these flywheels, and then when you're ready to fire, you just press the left button. Yeah. And that'll actuate this back part right here.
Very cool. But I don't know if this is the first time. I don't know. Do you remember ever seeing a 2-stage action on a turret before at RMNA?
I have never seen 2-stage action on a turret at RMNA. At least I don't remember it. It might have been the case. Chat, remind me if so. But yeah, like Zoe says, this is super, super cool. Incredibly cool design from Oedo. All right, last video from them. This is a 55-second video, so we're not going to pause this as much.
Oh, look
yeah,
at this.
They have the NUSL Engineer controller. Oh, I love this.
This is so cool.
That's so cool. Pick it up. It's like a pen. Oh, and he can be so specific.
Oh, I love this. This is so cool, Shawar.
This is
the amount of engineering work that went into the design of this. Oh my god. This I don't know how many of y'all have ever worked with robotic arms, but to get something working this fluidly and this seamlessly, this is incredible. Like I am just so impressed.
1x original speed. Incredible work. It's so articulate too. Like it's every little motion that the arm is doing here. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Okay, one little complaint, one little thing that might make their job easier, right? And maybe they can't do this, if they had a way to like show where the box was that you have to end up in, like if I put the controller back into like stop state, right? And it was like already in the box. You notice like he has to do like an exaggerated motion to get it back into the box. It'll show it in a second, right? Like you've got to be aware essentially of where your engineer arm is. Like so he's got to move it up like that and then put it back, right? If that could like happen more naturally, that's my only compliment of like controller wise. Otherwise, don't even listen to me. I couldn't do that. So don't even listen to me. All right. Don't ignore me entirely. That's so cool. Oh, Thistle Planet in chat, so beautiful. It really is. It's so graceful. 1x speed is such a flex.
That was so impressive too. And you know, like you said, we've got 2 robotic arms in the engineer competition this year. We've got NUS and Oedo Samurai. That we know of, you know. Maybe we'll see another robotic arm. Who knows?
That's so cool, man. The custom controllers are going crazy this year. All right. Last team we have up for the day, Error 404, UT Arlington. We made a post about them recently, actually, on Instagram. Go check it out, as well as on YouTube and Twitter and Blue Sky. Please go follow all our socials if you haven't already. I'm looking at you, chat. Follow those socials. You know how hard I work for this? You know how much I sacrificed? Anyways, looking at Error 404 here from UT Arlington. They're doing some work here. Looks like there's a robotic arm in the shop.
I'm guessing pretty epic shop that they have set up here.
Yeah, pretty cool shop they've got. They got a TV up here. Nice caged environment. All of them working pretty hard. Talking about something here. Oh, look. There is a robot.
We got a robot.
That is a robot in the background there.
Okay.
There's a robot there.
If there's anyone from UTA or any of the Texas teams in the chat, message me. I want to come see y'all in person. I am in Texas, and I want to come see y'all. I want to come to your lab. I want to come meet you in person. I want to get to know y'all. So, Arrow 404, Scrapaholics, you know, Fang, if I'm down south, you know, I'll come try to see you and Stampede and Aimbots all in one day. Maybe I'll do a triple.
Oh, baby, a triple. Yeah, Texas actually has the most amount of our teams. I think there are 5 teams in Texas now that are
5
attending competition. Even more that aren't, but 5 at least that are attending, which is an insane number of teams in my opinion. But yeah, here we have our standard in the background. I'm sure we'll get some more close-up shots. They've got a nice 3D printer. This is a very nice shot. A bit of a flex UTA. I see it as Astrozoe puts in there. A robotics team with the shop that isn't in the basement is crazy. Pretty flexing for sure. Flexing for sure. All right. Please do not touch or take this. Take this as comp robot. Oh, the frog. That's a cute frog. Why are you giving this frog monster? They're telling you to pull up right now, by the way, Steven.
Who are you? Is this UTA speaking? Is this UNT? I need some clarification.
Tell us who you are. We don't know who you are yet. Is that a Sawyer arm? Hold on. I clicked out of it. 1 sec. Bring it back. Is this a Sawyer arm? Let me see. Here's the shop again. Bring it back. Let's see. I can't tell by any of the logos, and I don't recognize them off the top of my head. I do not have enhancement functionality, sadly. Someone Google image this, see if it's a Sawyer arm. We'll find out.
Do reverse image Google, sure.
Reverse image.
Okay.
We are UTA.
All right, Air 4. I'm going to come see y'all. If not before the competition, after the competition, at some point. I promise.
Yeah. Please do not touch or take this as comp robot. Wow. Good stuff. I see some armor panels here, some extra wheels there. They've really darkened this photo out. Okay, so yeah, we saw the frog with the monster energy, which, like, you know, dangerous game in my opinion. Don't feed your robots monster energy all the time.
Is the frog your mascot? Because, like, I know AirUW, they have the shark, right? Purdue has the ducks. Is this the mascot for Arrow 404?
Are they going to bring this? Can you guys bring this Madelay 25? If you're from UTA, can you bring this frog to comp? If you bring this frog to comp, I will put him on commentary with me. We'll put him in the booth. He'll get to commentate a match. He'll commentate one of your guys' matches. If he shows up, he'll be there. We'll put him in commentary. He'll get to be on stream. He'll be so excited. All right, moving forward. They are playing Monopoly Hello Kitty. Sanrio! There's Karo P. That's my favorite, personally. Char X the Frog. Please don't ship me with the frog, chat. I used to have Karo P as my Discord profile picture, actually. One of my favorites. Karo P. Who's your favorite Sanrio character, Steven? Do you have a favorite?
I do not.
Damn. You got to pick one from the ones here. Pick the animal.
I don't know. Hold on, zoom in.
This is as far as I can zoom in.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no more zooming in.
I don't know. The one at the top with the long ears looks really cute.
This one?
No, a little bit higher. With
This
the blush.
one?
Yes.
Cinnarol, I think her name
Cinnarol?
is.
Is that the name?
I think that's her name. Someone in chat will correct me if not. I know this was Pom Pom Purin because I have one of him. That's obviously Kitty. That's Melody.
Cinema roll.
That's Cinema Roll. Yeah, see, I was close. And this is Karopi. And that's all the ones I know. Sorry, chat. I'm not the most informed on Sanrio, but I try to keep in the know. Zooming out.
Zoom out.
All
Oh,
right,
it's the
there's
frog.
again.
The
The
frog
frog
is
is
always
still there.
present.
Is that a turret, by the way, next to him? Zoom in. That's as far as we can zoom in. I see some
Maybe
wheels
it's
there.
the hopper.
That looks like a hopper of some kind. Yeah. Big box. I'm assuming in the box there is something else. We got distracted by the Sanrio so quickly. I'm sorry, chat. I immediately saw Karopi. I was like, I need to go in there. I need to see what's happening.
This is a
some
leak stream Shwar.
money. This is good stuff. I have to actually look through these to see if there's leaks. See, this is what I like. This is the UMN league. UTA now has done the same thing. Like you have to like kind of look in to see what the leaks are. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. All right. Oh, here we've got a drive thing with 2 motors, it looks like. Interesting. Steven, could you enlighten me to what this would be like for mechanical? Because I believe you have more mechanical experience than I do.
What I'm guessing, this could be Swerve, but I don't think that UTA is doing Swerve.
I mean, who knows? Based on this, it might be possible.
This just looks like a lot of Swerve modules that I've seen.
Yeah, fair. Very much possibly a Swerve module. Cool. And then iPhone.
Okay.
I'm assuming this was a mistake and not supposed to be. Look down on the Monopoly picture.
Oh, Monopoly picture.
Bring it back.
Pull it back up.
I'm getting led told where to look. Hold on. Come back here. Look down. Box.
Zoom in on the box.
Zoom in on the box. Did it say something on the box? Game Lab H2O. This is a printer. Or sorry, Bamboo Lab H2D. That's a printer, 3D printer. Cool.
Yeah, the printer.
I'm still missing something, I think.
Is there something on the board?
Oh, there are tiny little robots on the board.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
See that? Oh, there are tiny little robots on the board. No? H2D printer. H2D printer.
The iPhone
Tiny
is
little
a
robot.
hint, not a mistake.
The iPhone's a hint, not a mistake.
Are they good?
Am I
Are they
crazy?
using the iPhone as their CV camera? Do you think?
Maybe. Oh, there's some good leaks in here. I feel like this one might be a little far like above me, chat. I might have to like do a deep dive into here. But I see these little robots now. I did not notice that
in-depth leak. I love it.
Over.
It's like
This
a
is a
little
very in-depth
scavenger hunt.
Now I'm like, can I see what's on the money? No, okay. This is 2 and 5. What could 2 and 5 mean, Steven? What could 2 and 5 mean?
25, 2, 5, 10.
2, 5. Oh, 25. 2025, maybe.
2025.
Shoot,
Yeah,
now
right.
I'm like, maybe there's like more in here.
This is
Google
like
H2D
there's
printer.
levels to this.
I have to Google H2D printer. What? Dual extruder printer. Okay, I know this. This has like the different filaments and such. Can you do carbon fiber with this? Dual extruder. Holy dual extruder. Okay. Are we going down a rabbit hole here? UTA, you gotta tell me now. Where am I? Am I going down a rabbit hole here?
Where is this going?
Where the iPhone is a hint? What could this mean? iPhone?
My guess is that they're using an iPhone as their CV camera.
iPhone H2D printer? Is that anything? I feel so stupid, chat. I'm sorry. I'm like beyond. This is going way beyond what I was ready for. I was not ready to do an ARG for this, but I'm excited. I actually said that last stream. I'm pretty sure. I was like, if someone made an ARG for their leaks, I'd be so excited. iPhone robot. It might be time. They're actually putting
sponsored by Apple.
Pink robot, maybe. Pink robot, iPhone robot.
No, they're sponsored by Apple.
So cool. You'll have to leak this to the rest of the community as well. This might take a community effort to get the full leak. UTA, if I've missed anything, please let me know. I apologize in advance. I did get it. I did it, chat. The little robots on there, I got it. We did it. H2D printer, the little robots. Mwah, good stuff. Dual extrusion is crazy, by the way. I did not know that Bamboo made a dual extruder. I have
That
the
is insane.
P1S personally, which is one of my favorite printers of all time. It's a very, very nice printer. I get to print very little things on it and make things go well there. All right, chat. That was the last leak of the day. Let's throw it back to our faces, Steven, and let's just chat with people for a bit. We got about 10 more minutes, I would say, before we cut it here. But yeah, thank you everyone for all your leaks. Those were very good. In terms of who the best leak was, I'm going to sit down with it and I'm going to go through both videos again before competition. Take a look at the gen the iPhone is. Okay, wait, hold on. Go back. Bring it back. We're still in it. We're still in it again. We're still in it. Now I have to check the generation of the iPhone. That is my last hint. Okay. The two cameras here I don't recognize off the top of my head, but it's not the the newer ones, right? Because those are 3 cameras.
I don't have an iPhone 4. I'm a Samsung.
Let me download this. Hold on, I'm gonna download this and put this into Google image search. Google image search.
Do they have 2 cameras? Are they running like a dual camera setup, you think?
Maybe. Search by image, upload file. The 13. The iPhone 13.
What new features were introduced with the iPhone 13? I don't know.
What was new in the iPhone 13? It's been so long. Okay, so now we know it's the iPhone 13. I want something LiDAR related really bad, but the image is in an iPhone Pro. Right? Okay. So LiDAR related would be an iPhone Pro. iPhone 13.
Okay, so maybe they are using an iPhone as their camera and a LiDAR. I don't know. I'm just speculating at this point. I don't have an iPhone. 13, I'm not part of the Apple ecosystem.
Let's find out. iPhone 13. Is this the iPhone 13? No, this is the new one. Get this out of here. iPhone 13 features. Let's look at that. Okay, here we go. Technical specifications. Anything special here? Dual 12 MP camera system. Is that when they added the dual cameras? What was the iPhone 12? Hold on. Let's see the difference. iPhone 12. No, iPhone 12 has dual cameras as well. Okay. This is all portrait mode stuff. Panorama. Sapphire crystal lens.
Video recording.
Depth
camera.
Is this when they added the depth camera, you think? No, it's on the iPhone 12 as well.
Face ID.
Oh, there's more emojis in chat.
Weightlifting.
Depth and biometric scanner. Weight training. Depth and biometric scanner. Zoe, is that what it is? Is this the depth and biometric scanner? Was it able to do facial recognition? Was the iPhone 12 not? I feel like the iPhone 10 was able to, right?
Did they like retrain the facial recognition software to recognize the robots? It's like, oh, maybe. This is an AirUW standard. Eliminate.
That would be horrifying if so. Lifting. What am I lifting, man? What's going on, bro?
That's like
lifting,
an overhead weights, press, Olympic lifts. I don't know.
Overhead press, dumbbells. Rock Lee, drop the weights off. I let the weights go. I took the weights off. Did they just okay? You think Steven, they just took the cameras off the iPhone 13, like just brought them out?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. It's like maybe it's just they're using the iPhone as their vision camera. I don't know.
This is insane. I'm very interested now in what's going on.
UTA, y'all are too big brain for us.
UTA, you're killing me, man. I am looking so dumb on my own stream. I look like a fucking idiot right now. Okay, hold on. FaceTime audio, share experiences, spatial audio. You might have overcomplicated the hint. No, you're all good. This is perfect. This is exactly what I was asking for. You're welcome to tell it to me if you want to. If you want me to keep looking through this. We will have to end stream in 5 minutes, but I'll keep looking at it and see if I can come up with something before
we don't get it. I'm going to go to them this week and find out what it is.
Absolutely. If we don't figure it out, that's a good leak. That means that like it's there. It's totally figure outable. But I'm sure that we must look dumb to you guys. I'm certain of it. Is that to do with the environment? Are you guys 100% recyclable? H2D printer. I feel like this has to do with it too.
2 cameras, H2D printer.
It's got to be 2 cameras, right?
I'm thinking it's 2 cameras. Like that's the only thing that makes sense. That or they're using the iPhone as the vision camera, which that's still 2 cameras. So
iPhone as an accelerometer, that'd be crazy. Now I say leaks that are difficult to figure out are good leaks. Yeah, I'm fickle like that. This kind of leak is fun. I did say I would like
This
an
is really
ARG
fun.
style leak. This is a fun leak. If you make me work for it, I will say, if I can't figure it out at all our
Remember
leaks
the
are really difficult possible to figure out. Yeah, but pictures, like a picture of like half your robot is like, oh, that's cool. This is more fun because it's like I have to go down on Google search paths, like an ARG, right? I have to think through it a little bit more. It's not just the, oh, you could have just shown me the whole robot, but you decided not to.
remember the numbers.
I
Okay.
apologize, RHIT. If
So
you
it's
were
an
feeling,
iPhone
you were feeling
13.
mad at me for that.
There's 2 cameras.
13. Okay, hold on.
We got
There was
iPhone
also
13,
two and
cameras.
5 as well on the
and
on the
the
Monopoly board.
2.5.
2.5.
2.5 for
13.
2025. 13 for I don't know.
13. H2D. Hold on, I gotta go back to that first image. Was there something in there as well that we
I'm gonna have
missed?
to rewatch National Treasure
Wait,
or
hold
something
on,
to figure out this.
Go back through all of this. Okay. This I don't think has a number in it, but we're gonna come back.
It's yellow. What is the RGB number for that?
It's not gonna be the hex code, man. Please don't tell me that.
Find out the hex
That's
code.
too far. Okay. This didn't have a number in it either. Okay. This one definitely probably did somewhere, but I can't see it. Okay, hold on. Now we saw this standard here. Huh. Okay. So I think these two have it. 13. H2D. 2.5.
There's a 5 on the
7.
board. The die is showing a 5 right now. Where's the other die?
They're both here. 2 and 5.
2 and 5.
2
okay.
is here. 5 is there.
What?
Picture 2 and 5, maybe? This is picture 2. It's picture 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 13. Okay, this is picture 2, which we saw. Was something we missed here?
Can you brighten this at all? Maybe there's something hidden.
Probably with other software, but not currently at my disposal. What's in the background?
There's a pair of pliers.
We sound like conspiracy theorists. All right, chat, I'm going to stop looking for now. I apologize, UTA, if I have missed all the meanings in that leak. I'm sure there's a lot more. I am interested in perhaps seeing... please do message me or something about what was going on there. I'm curious now.
I may have to
If you
just
want to
go in
leak a
person.
secret for everyone else, fine with me. Please tell me. I will be dying to know for the rest of the day. But yeah.
You know what? This is their bait to get me to come to them in person. They're like, we're gonna make this so complicated.
This is the bait. Yeah, this is the bait. This is how they're gonna get you, man. This is the bait. This is how they get you. But yeah,
Great closure.
good stuff,
I do too,
everyone.
Zoe.
We got a minute before we finish. Steven, you got any closing thoughts about today's stream?
I'm just really excited to see all these teams, sure. I mean, we've had some really cool breakthroughs, I think, for a lot of teams. And I think it's going to be one of the most competitive RMNAs that we've had. And I think that, we're going to see a whole lot of new innovation with regard to robot design and features that they implement. So I'm really excited to get to commentate this year. I'm excited to meet all the new teams. I'm excited to see all the old teams that, I probably need to re-meet because everyone else that I know from them has graduated. So it's going to be a fun year.
Oh, yeah. I agree. I think my biggest thing is all the leaks I've seen show that even the newest teams are making so much progress, right? And the old teams are also making so much progress. Everyone's thinking of the game in such a new way, in my opinion. Like this year's RMNA, we say this every year, that this is the best year of RMNA. I feel like this year has the chance to really, truly feel like a culmination of the past 4. Obviously, I don't know, Chad, if you've noticed, a lot of our social medias have rebranded. We have the 5th now. It's the 5th year of RMNA, which is a pretty huge milestone. And I think you guys, you incredible genius engineers in the chat, you guys, you universities, those of you who work on CV, those of you who work on CS, those of you who work in the mechanical section, those of you who do the marketing for your teams, you guys are geniuses at this stuff. And I'm really feeling like every single team is performing at the best possible level they can be right now. And that's amazing to me. It's an amazing thing to feel like, there's so much passion and excitement in the community for this thing. Leaks are going so strong. There's so much stuff that everyone's showcasing. I'm incredibly excited to see what ends up happening at at UCSD this year.
Like,
Very, very excited. But yeah, RGT's only goal is to beat CU. That's a bit of a shot call right there, guys. I'm interested to see what's going to happen then. We'll see if we can get a grudge match between you guys settled or something. But yeah, Carrot in chat. Thank you everyone so much for watching. We're gonna call it here. It's been a solid hour almost of the stream going on. Yeah, appreciate everyone joining. Me and Preston will be on later for rep stuff as usual. It is Sunday if you're interested. Outside of that, it's been a good time talking to all of you. It's been a good time doing these leaks. Again, UTA, hit me with what's going on there. I'm sure I've got a DM already from one of you that's like, think about this. And I'll be like, I didn't think about that. Thanks for letting me know. But yeah, Steven's going to go in person to some of you guys as well. And yeah, I got nothing else to say. I got no more stalling to do. Bye, everyone.
see you later.